bawazi debie ma ye bela ne bomodna fuazo chiamamie keke bebe kon witimo ya chichidie yo na nda West Coast Steve mo ya ke buake ya kan nda buake mo ma ye bela ne wonmo me ne West Coast TV ye beli anda on come na ku debie ma ye bela ne onmare fuazo be ne me ne ye beba wo ne ye hire mane ka meso ye de ya ye bue asanka ye bua ye buo anda buake mebo anda la wule West Coast TV bra bawazi nearly anda on come anda I can yazwa anda.
You're welcome back yeah bani Radiant and you know when you have newspapers share too yeah newspapers are share so let's start with the newspapers before we'll go into the busier issues. Let's start with the Daily Graphic on the front page of the Daily Graphic. The big story says floods hit again, many residents displaced, houses property submerged. Also this is what is happening here on the front page of the Daily Graphic. And now on the Daily Graphic a greater part of this should be in Accra being submerged in Zulenu, and in fact in Zule a variable. So on the front page of the Daily Graphic, the floods are here again. Yesterday we spoke to the NADMO director for Ahanta West in deputy in charge of technical. I'm sure you listened to the conversation, and there are so many places more they mentioned the flood-prone areas, and they are saying, and the fear is that we could not put in measures, those preventive measures, during the dry season, and the time that is when we could have done what could prevent the flood, but we could not do it because resources in the Kenya.
Too little. Albobela, yeah, back with the flooding issues or more above left, right, center, especially Accra as new Daily Graphic a capture. Look, Accra is a lowland area. Accra, how more the topography of land there is a very lowland area. Accra from a blue side there. You get it. I started on Sawum can also side there. Accra, the other aspect that is coming to Central Region, Ura, Kumanu. So clearly there should be a technical design in terms of development in the project more by Accra. But unfortunately for us, the corruption, and in all these things, the corruption is also part of it. And that is what is leading us to the Akumo Your Yedri. It is so sad. I don't know why they took care. The Kakumo or you had the Yedri with technology, innovations, and knowledge. Still, country Ghana and that is the capital city of Ghana, Accra, the capital city. Olbobola Nzuchua Ifai. And I think is it yesterday also Nimkra news person best pay the about Wager Dami. Also Ifame. Last year it was so. So is it that
it has been the Bagre Dam every year Bella Bukola and Messi Abaya?
Is it that we don't learn our lessons here? Zoom out there and
if you take authority, see, more we expect for so laws here. I mean, so as individuals, your way of life it is serious,
yeah, that is it.
The problem comes from us, and we always want to blame the government in power. The Bella, we shift the blame from Arane. By sick institution might not be doing their work because they lack all the resources. They don't even have vehicle. More around people. So you can imagine mobility is always a problem for them. However, I'm there as individuals. Or yeah, watching like you have money into your will like that's fine. But actually, that place more your cloud more or way. it's a place where in Zulumu about Bechinaka. So you ask yourself, okay, if you are, let's say, if you're able to build there in Zuli, where would they? And I can research.
Sorry, I think I must say this, and okay, for lack of better word, we the citizens of Ghana, most of us are irresponsible. I'm saying this because of because for all you know, they will even tell you the Kakuma Achina earlier, Achina Yayabo. But of course, in yes, what you can you go and do it. And I can act Aura. My entity, I know Aura are reserved places of our lands more. Yatem na ya kaya
yeah.
But then it will surprise you to know to Aura can a where a valley. And you know, I don't know sorry, whether it comes with some pride go. Okay, Muhammad ye. Hey, Paddy was go. Hey, Aura pa yes you. Forgetting a block in Zulu in Wani. Sorry, and of course, Zulu is one of the things more a one's better at the Bella. So, yeah, in Zulu, and yes, of course, the force of water, that clearly brings out the irresponsibility in us as individuals. The investigation has not come out yet, but the indigenous mobile even when you look at the video, the man said it is as a result of Galamsey. Irresponsible
Galamsey, yeah.
Sorry. Irresponsible mining. Yeah, it contributes to as a and video more and flooding more I'm as a rich. Afa Fretia. I don't know our Fretia. I'm Fretia. Bridge more as you can have I can that's one a flooding for the first time in the history of flooding situations. Fretia Bridge, Nzuvala but for the first time, Nzuvala. I remember Tahania. I say, between my as it down sonada. I say,
oh, okay.
Okay,
the brown what can it? Oh, okay.
As on Abuade, na aqua, I can do one as well. You got a branch Macawaka branch call I say, I kind of afraid down somewhere. Now, down somewhere to I say, Chuma is okay. I can that's on Uzubela.
Okay.
And for the first time in the history of Ghana, I can now the same Ayasiela to Frubon, okay, Ohanbela can more do a kind of Frubon, Zulakane. For the first time in the history of Ghana, I can yell money back Rabuto. Now, Ayasia to Akende, Moson or to Hanbela and Monzulake. More school work people do and more Baba school work I can do more for JSS. Baba school work can do. I can that's for the first time in the history. I can that's on agent money. Now the question I was asking myself is that what is contributing to this? And abusing indigenous mobile Kenya, they will tell you, okay, it is as a result of irresponsible mining.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Flood because Nzueza Ehan is that men, you know. Yeah, to Galamsey until what it will do is that Sazadia Vanessa find the ways, and that is what is contributing to as a flooding. So clearly, I must say, we should stop blaming Animbamba or Mount Account, even though they also have a role to play. But I think that we should act more responsible to prevent some of as the animal equal as well. Then also to tell governments, okay, year upon year, Bella, we see this. What are they doing about it? Because it is becoming one too many in our history. especially when we talk about the capital of Ghana, which is Accra.
Sure, Charlie. The Israeli situation, man, is very terrible. Everywhere, and this year we've been told that there will be more rains, and the sad thing is that our preparation in more man, it wasn't the best, and for few videos by it's very terrible. Can Zurokura Yili Kutine Yada? I realize I chance as well, and this serious. Now still on
But I'm also we should prepare for more.
Oh yeah.
Since in my expert, could you more
Literally.
so we should prepare for more.
Okay, so still on the front page of the Daily Graphic, it has a picture of Kingsley Atufos and the finance minister. Page 13 has this particular story. It says, nation will no longer seek IMF bailout, according to the finance minister. He said, we will not seek for IMF bailout again because they are putting in any more that will make our economy robust and very strong, even to withstand external shocks in more. And the same page 13 has another story that says that rubber processors applaud government. Government raw rubber export ban. And all the rubber processors, they are saying, okay, I ran a ban. Individuals more, okay, class, and when you am to the rubber, raw and say, then they export. Government says, we should add some sort of value to it before. And all this raw rubber more but and exporting more. But let's look at Kingsley Atufos's issue. Okay, will not go to IMF again.
The politics of it.
This is not the first time. Okay, finance when they come, when they leave, we'll not go there again. We'll not go again. But you'll be here, boom, then we are there.
No, I get the politics of it. How can you use your economy to play politics the way you do? And I'm not blaming NDC government, MPP government, and various administrations, mobile. That is what they do. That is what they say. In the first term of Yenbeya Akufo-Addo, what is it that they didn't say?
Yeah, they said no IMF,
about the economy. What is it that they didn't say about our macroeconomic indicators? But because of indiscipline, getting to the final part of Akufo-Addo administration, we also saw the macroeconomic indicators, with inflation hitting highest in the records of or in the history of Ghana at 53%, with exchange rate going so high. And you remember even Yenibea Baumia the first time said we have arrested the city and we have given the keys to IGP. How can you play politics with your economy just like that when the fundamentals have not been tackled? Look, what is the Ghanaian economy? Your Ghanaian economy, so it is more about import driven. We don't do anything. You produce the bella, your money that can tell us, okay, of course, so we are self-sufficient to say, okay, our various governments doing it day in, day out, year in, year out to make sure, okay, Amazaya as Timamuma will get good standing, good grinding. Then we can talk about your economy not going to IMF. Now we are not going to IMF because we are doing gold for exports and are good for reserves. And of course, we think the good for reserves is more pushy. Your reserves say up into. We are saying your economy is so strong. But Sarit, for me, I am not being pessimistic, okay? But I think that government upon government needs to do more than more. Because look, economy, man, it is not something to write home about. And for me, like I said, it is the politics of it. But when you study economy, when you study finance, clearly, more economy is so strong in it. Those ones we are not doing it.
Those ones we are not doing it. We have an economy and leakages did too much. And the sad thing is that any external shock belani, Charlie, need a bella economy even dedicated. Let's go to the Daily Analyst and one name. On the front page of the Daily Analyst, the big story still has the picture of the finance minister, Kingsley Atuforsen, and it says the economy crosses $100 billion mark. Atuforsen tells her parliament. Okay, so operationalize wages Widger Children's Hospital now. That's according to the minority to the health ministry. But there's this particular story, evacuation of Ghanaians. Ghana's response was not necessary. Julius Malema. So this particular politician is being one of many more. They've stood against South Africans and his colleagues, South Africans. More Besaki, other foreigners, especially blacks, from South Africa. However, there's a twist and turn here. He now comes to say that Ghana's response was too swift, and he thinks that could give South Africa some sort of a bad name globally. And he thinks that we acted too early. Ghana should have waited for some time, and see, it doesn't show diplomacy and dialogue in this. At least too swift. When Ghanaians are being beaten, people are being thrown to jail for no particular reason.
Sarich. I for my mama, because I'm short of words. Okay, and a country, a nation like South Africa will met these atrocities on citizens of Ghana. Yeah, citizens in nationality, we have the same race, the same black. At the beginning, that's what the BBD. Mampo, metal most of South Africans, okay. To clearly care, we are coming from the same race. The same race in Tanzania. Of course, the word is such that so it's a to ajake ke more usa ya madia ya ho umwa. And look at more be yeli before be diale Ghana national small ball South Africa. I also heard aside Julius Malema is an opposition leader in South Africa, right? I also heard many more leaders more by as a xenophobic attack. They also came out to say Ghana overreacted.
Yeah. Jacinta Zuma, she's one of the lead persons for this xenophobic activist.
Menti yemna. Azum ko ukunungale. Mo ya mani pu hane. Azum ko ukunungale ye duhane keke ye juma. Na mo be ye befebe tia ewa bi manezwa. You Sir Rich, as father, as leader, as head of the family, what would you do?
That. For me, I think we need to commend the foreign minister and Arane in all for this great feat, for what they did. There's no way more country bill more and I'm sure what we have shown click Ghana
so clearly for me, I do not buy those comments from the
if
South
you listen
Africans.
To some of the Menuabagalea, Charlie, it's not been easy then.
And for me, on Julius Malema, he should be speaking more on law and order, making sure Momeni is a violation of fundamental human rights. It's a violation of the AU Charter on human rights. And it's also a violation of international rights. That is what he should be speaking to. And be making sure many more as they got arrested and prosecuted before the law. Because even if a foreign and as a war country and you feel threatened, you feel
sometimes you feel now they've even added students.
Can you imagine?
Now the students are rampant. The students are out there, and what I even read this morning is because some are even suggesting a foreign student should leave their schools.
Can you imagine?
And these young guys are now moving from shops to shop more persecuting because they think that their future is in limbo. When these foreigners do not move, they will also complete school and be part of the unemployed graduates in the system.
So Rich, it's a bad precedent. Ma anka inemo isikra in this era where we have gotten to an era of civilization. It is a very bad precedent. We have gotten to an era where there are laws, charters. More, South Africa has signed to the AU Charter on fundamental human rights. That's what Ghana has signed. That's what other African unions, AU, they have also signed. So if you feel threatened, if you think that foreign nationals they be untoward in your country, what do? You use the legal means. You use a civilized means. You use diplomatic means rather than to be attacking the national. So for me, it is a bad precedent. And of course, right after this, is it Cambodia?
Cambodia, yeah.
Have also come out to say foreign nationals. Now, which country will survive without foreigners? Which country? And I can imagine community it survive without Njovula. Njovula eba fa cheche mania. Mania chele sabe ya ede nukun anwi ya kwa pedika be egbo enwu kwala. Ya mameni ya madia. Baba na kote ma mane ya madia ipija. So it's a very bad precedent. So assuming the whole world, Abiola ho ichonwa azwa. Now look at South Africa in Ghana, there are businesses in Ghana. But we're MTN okay. But we're DSTV okay. But we're GoFace, Idua Prim, Takwa. But we're Ashanti Goes, okay. But we're ShopRite, okay. But we're Stanbic Bank, okay. But we're First National, okay. They have a lot of companies here.
I think GoFace, Bailey ends next year.
Yes.
And they are pushing for another 20 years.
Yeah, so I'll be surprised if government of Ghana renew. I
think we need local content.
Renew
I
their
think where
license
we've gotten
for them.
to, we can have Ghanaians who can man this
No, that is the point. So I'll be surprised if government will renew their license on there in the wake of what the South Africans are doing. Ghanaians, by our nature, we are not violent. Because if we are, like Yemenima Alatamaya, I swear, if they have, ask yourself, why are they not doing this to Nigerians in South Africa?
They are doing it, but I think ours is more.
So why are they not doing it more? Because look, the Kabul Makobela, I heard this saying, the Kabul Makobela and Akonawa Nigeria, Maneka, they were Babelaneke.
Nigerians are everywhere.
They will to Hanibatala Ebila in Africa. And the Kabul Makobela. To Nigeria, I was surprised a crash and Adua Azanehane Zoa. Nigerians Magwakene. Nigerians Magwakene. So why are they not doing that to Nigerians in South Africa? They can't. Because more they will come good for good. That should tell we Ghanaians we are not violence in nature. But Mom can it has gotten to the point more Amieson. We need to, hold the bull by the horn. Not in a violent manner. I do not prescribe Amieson, boot for boot. No, I do not prescribe. But like GoFace, bear license, we should not renew it. They should go to their country. People say, I'm a your country, ya manable. That's what and it's a surprise to you that GoFace contribute about 25% to South Africa's economy. 25% to their economy. Now you are going to lose it because we will not renew your license. You may remember by as simple as that. But it shouldn't have gotten to this point. You get it.
We want to an eye for eye.
Fight get come on, but I mean, will nationalize all their companies. We'll buy those shares. Then we'll ask you to go to your hometown. As simple as that. Come on, wabe asomji, right? If you don't money, and of course, if you mobile your working, even the indigenous don't even like doing those work.
Oh yeah. Yesterday, I watched a video between one a foreigner more equal company wakane and this Jacinta Zuma, and what the guy was saying that the problem with the locals is that they don't work on Mondays. You see, most South Africans don't work on Mondays, and the whole problem has to do from Yale follow Bolo. So Kizle the Bakarai, they be like they off maybe. And they don't even work on Mondays. They don't work on Mondays.
Can you imagine?
And
you have foreigners who are there to help build your economy. Now say a treaty bazaar. Okubegale eyele emada, you'll be surprised. Ugwarumbo guapa na keske arambe na nchube mo ilu asalazo more wayward more ni mo ekriaze elabaka equal left right center. Emada mo tin buko madenti emada tanele nekune yemada eva eyewa. Of course, ebi mo so bo wa ke be set it up be business. Ebi eza say A40 fita container more eva ye store mo tin dan wa ke yafa de bella ifaba. Just look at the psychological trauma more nukunika madia equal hold more after investing idebela more yamadia ijimabela more yesu bela more in South Africa thinking Kenyan Faso was do ama ehbe eba emada aja bahan ke de kwasi ampeni na ya bobra na ekeze ebieza iskwa mewo bank yaye iskwa mewo do yaye if e bagala pua ne ega. Just look at the trauma more nukuniko hodmo. Aside that Babaki Krampa, they are coming to add up to the unemployment rate in Ghana. So for me, it is not a kanka anymore a bias.
But this one, I understand the package. So we're looking at the government to establish them and get them something doing so that.
Well, so that on government packaging, I also want to say, look, aliamo your politicians born no ba mayo mani neke aliye ya yafe mentimo ala nam kanka ayi minitania on more 8
we want to travel. But even South Africa, if you give opportunity, people will go. Yeah, okay. Still away. People were dying. There were stories that were coming. But people were still going.
Nti many too money, not because ke bazunu jobe, ka azunu jole no menti bodru hania. So it is also a wake up call to Yembambani, your politicians, government, and the president upon president, Mobabe as no. A time has come. More. It's a care but modern between the nyeni policies in there. So Rich, I don't yeah, agri sector. We are saying the backbone of our economy is agriculture. But government upon government, mradie yebeya. Akufo the value one district, one factory rally. A valley one district, one dam rally. If I planting for food and job rally. Ask yourself, okay, kabe yeli bezelia. Be ye troka. And the new government is a mammy one district, one factory would done more. I'm not supporting that policy. Now new government most of agri 24 some not there. That's some buyers. There's no concrete steps, policies.
National policy.
More ikreke as a ohwane ye do and mona yava yadu umponia. Especially when we say the backbone of our economy is agri. And of course, research has indicated say Amazon Ghana can say yeah agri na ya baba. We can feed the whole world. We can feed the whole world. Say yeah na ya baba yeah agri na ya baba. So like Kufo brought as a nursing training college policy to increase the number of nurses. Why don't we also introduce the same policy in the agri sector? And if you call agri college, you're redundant. So why don't you say, agri college, we'll set them up. We'll create an enabling environment for them.
For me,
you get it? We'll let them get access to bank loans. Bank loans, will extend the period for you. When you begin to get returns on more then you begin to pay the loan. Soft loan. Why is government not doing all these things? Now, if government is doing all these things, do you think, Mama Medakase, now I am a big time farmer. Government has helped me with tractors, or monkey can more you think I'll be, and of course, farming pays. There's a lot of money in farming. If you can more easy, but there's a lot of money in farming. Do you think, mommy, I'll force myself, Muko, be a management No. So it is also a wake up call to your leaders. No, a time has come more.
But people in Ghana go to Canada, go to US, they will be in the apple farms and they will be working.
Oh, I like the guy be it was UK, Mizaka Madejima. He say it was Abayaki post office. It was parcel office. A Jomelaka is sorted, passes it out. As a parcel is equal to a picanic as there is a circle. Kejima Baba be your choir working. Kejima Baba Bella. And of course, the whites will not allow you to enter into sensitive sectors of the economy. They will not. Until it did Baba Bella Bokoba Yawa if you realize that either errands was on Mala. If you are quick Marazo. And if you're there, they keep the chance in your monkey count. It did Baba Bella Yawa Yawa. If you are washing be, yeah,
okay, yeah, that is what is happening. You have on Facebook in here, you got a few messages. Says Joseph Nature Kwame, it's a good morning, and also Jemima Empress and a good morning team. Joseph again, he said we create our own problems and tend to blame others for our woes. So thank you for bringing this message. Also call for message. But quickly, you heard the informant. Informant should be the last paper for the day. Now you do a discussion. Now the front page of the Informer, so it was okay. The big story says prioritize integrity over political power. It was okay. As the Yabua urges Ghanaian leaders at a public lecture. That's the big story. So prioritize integrity over political power. In fact, for the past few weeks here, I've seen the kind of politics that we do in this country. And in fact, I think that, especially I'm a UT. Sometimes I be yajun like a bezika be juma because of politics. Bezika be integrity because of politics. Bezika be yabuso because of politics. And this one says that we should prioritize integrity over political power.
Sir Rich, to say the least, politics in Ghana is petty. Petty. Because I don't get it. Whether we lose our senses when we enter into politics. It's so petty. And about Ghana, people describe politics as a dirty game. Why do you describe politics as a dirty game? Why? There are other outside countries here. People see politics as a career and they pursue it to the apex. But politics is not something that will entice majority of Ghanaians because of what goes into it. As a politics, the monocracy in politics here. There's this also as a I don't know how to describe it, but I joined Tani Bay, mischief, malice Bay in our politics. Okay, so that's all about politics here. And when you do as well, you can zekel. So, would you move? So, o family, so what your party, so omradio, on Hanemo because you are coming to compete, menti, on Hanemo you do as well, you can zekel, as a hand you could do equal as well. And of course, we have entered into a realm of social media or marketing where Abiola Chojua is just throw rubbish out there. And it goes out for everybody to read. It is so petty. And it is so petty for me because there are leaders like we have regional ministers, we have ministers, we have even the president. And not to talk about, MDCs in the mayors near their day. They think so petty. And sometimes I ask myself, like, what? How can you think this way like that? So you may have a minister more because he care opponent is so strong, is so powerful, and that the opponent can overtake him into. Ohan bela me duazuro bela mo keke zikene say esike, and they will be pitching you against another group. Until by the time one can was ne abiola va on tane. Elwakane so ne how more that leader it describe my a group ne. Bon po aka joko na alpo be say aka joko tane. Aka joko baba be say joko ma aka me ko joko baba. Na wo de ka baba eze joko basabe. A crash na kre yeni be cosmos report ma ewo eyele. Can you imagine? Na yenya mbiemo leaders of your land to come out and say it is an agenda. Menti say ezechon ya adazro as a leader, as an MP, as an MC. So utopo yada ya bajima wakia. Will you say as a report the agenda? Enti politics in Africa, politics in Ghana, Sir Rich, it is so petty. And of course, we have lost our integrity. Majority of people who enter into politics have lost their integrity. And it's a wake-up call by is it another SB Abuaba who is saying that. Yeah. Now the problems and the challenges more yenya or money niki is as a result of integrity. Yenibe Akufo-Addo ya agenda 11111. Yeah, where lies his integrity as president of the nation? Where lies his integrity? Where lies the fairness? Where lies the plan in that idea? Ma yejina poko pokolenu deka azukole. Yamane. That is a good intention. That is a good plan. But Sir Rich, it will surprise you to note Ilua Mobeke Linti, because there is procurement aspect of it, because of what will come to them. And our politicians are such that Sabaya project now there is no procurement aspect here. They will not do it. And that is how come more other sectors are suffering, like education service. They are suffering. They will not do it. Like your health sector, they will not do it. But if it is about procurement, that one there, because of more Kenya word money, they lack integrity. So say imagine a 24-hour economy. Now we are saying Akufo-Addo yele me ye dama okay. Where lies our integrity? Hospitals ye down when debate numa debate she. Mam no more ye tax no ye tour. Me ye wodubo gwazi wonke. So we should leave it for it to rot. Yes, where lies your integrity? Now we are coming to start 24-hour economy on the same scale. Aba anda money World Bank market project more specially to the Halike. MPP started as a market building project a Halike. Now and this mostly be baba now. Mostly Halike. Kufuor brought affordable housing. The last time name was Suhum Ukokofodia. And Ohane Pella, that is where they had the land for the affordable housing. Sir Rich. Yeah,
so before brought some, must say Ali Alberto as well. Must also started. Akufo-Addo that's what so it has been like that.
Where lies our integrity? Where lies our integrity? And for all you know, the contract sums will be paid to people.
Yeah.
Come on, motorway. Motorway up to now, Ijia Jazo.
Yeah.
Come on, motorway up to now, Ijia Jazo. A disco road, the Kalahani. By a motorway and by a disco road. Disco road is the cry. For a unchaining it to unchaining other to Ajami.
Terrible. Rudy. Okay, until where lies our integrity is the biggest question more in the one. Yeah, because quickly, you never judges on one. I'm money. You can hear the like you might be called low sewer. And if I ain't ya do like Kenya. So Betty Blombo no floor. More friend Nana Betty Bones methods or answer. And my yet the day like you might do cause a bullet my gallican. Ma by gallican, I'm about do my day 2 hours. And the man when you come, your reporter say, I'm a boy Monday. Say each was more na yeah issue with that. But are you surprised ke me dem de ke bel bo mo be si abi yeah alman so full of so yalia and that ke ye ko ikiza.
Sir Rich, the list said about ahimfwe the better. Mama, when it comes to a hunter development progress, I cannot negotiate it for any other thing. But the we are not interested in year development, year imponing dule. So for me, sometimes you're not meeting that about and that yenimo yama yako yanunua. I get so emotional. I get so emotional. Me and Panka me kozo so pom na kan bi. But mohole bi ma kan bi so me baba kan ojoko. Kreke ya kan so ojoko ma mizema mame ne mpapa mbo oso. Papa wo frɛ uncle Yuade. Dada wone misema na mizema mame so auntie Ajoa. Wone misema auntie Ajoa.
I'm not anti-Adjoa Duma, the anti-Adjoa.
Now, Papa, don't follow you are the
Oh, like I can't.
That's a rich woman, yeah. That I want to miss a man, Sir Etienne, Mr. Mosuama Moti. Papa, was a mepe yam walum holy school, JSS, because that time, ye tear from on the zoo to Osua, yeah, bascula. No JSS near on the zoo. Menti ichudikaba especially about your BC your boa your home your family members ma bepe awakeni. And for me that is the family I had those days in money moko school, and indeed they were really supportive. Until moko ma papa mo bo wakeni and also ma team. And of course I'm also part of Osua community because of my alliance with the family. And Osua is a place that I usually visit a lot. And Mekozo can balance on my mother. But for some time now, Osua has been in the bad light in terms of news near my Osua. It is not the best. And for me, I can't like Chalibela guy be ye momo me ini surale.
Oh yeah.
You get it. But the guy be ya wuma it were easy. Proud to Rumbuni Israel Kokrajikin Bale 1.5 year Bale in Alman like boss of Bomni was a bobon weke Bomwin Bobu Bakani Kani Awo Osua. If I may faith and hania, and you need to move raw, and nobody wants a holy mother. There has been a lot of factions. Ewo Osua, Efale Bia is a M. And for me, Yakame Pake to move raw, and nobody bonso. Akanga Abakwasamea, the things that he did for a hunter, the fearful warrior of a hunter. More ne ahemfungezengezrezo de ka baba bekra na bazuma na bali mother na ma eyene but that's bazuma bie in terms of ahenseme eyele na baba ho bochonwa azo mo ba bazuma ne ye momi mo be ye de baba betara ame mo bazuma ne ewo yekene nti baza ne mogrewo na yenibenya anaka tumuvro hole ekalamada. Of course officially po anaka traditionally po say Brombuni ko ekalamada bawo amane. Okay. And take bekenya enimo ekejina yajanu na ansana bawo amane na amamra ma wakanene ba ya na ba da emada kra yene be ya bedibonso anaka sorry tumuvro bedibonso ha de kabe official traditional yala bola amane ke eho isua yala bola amane but factions within osua za anaka bia za mo ba yene I think ede enungwasi kezire ifama bia kreke bia mo kane ede bia ale bia kezire pa na ma equal zo kane. I think the factions should do better. Then again, it also boils down to the point that Mereba more is a what is called succession plan.
Something that we don't have.
More abanda ke yeni bi. And meso ekanawo ya ema ya nwoma equalizro wo osuaya. Mele telekra na I'm told ke benya hole ekalamada. But also akra not less than 5 people.
Really?
Yeah, was wa beke mo ba de to move anaka mo ba de bia ewo osua. So it is so disgusting and it is so worrying ke anda mani muotin and you can anda mani a ke anda ke se ko osua za nkotin o e sheto you muoti is go se sheto be poso nkotin fa ko esi azim ne ankasa ya nenzimama bo yilewo aka ne side ansana even krampo nso ayem na ade muati I'm telling you history let us understand ke na imuati kana anda na kedemo ebaiza mmele jumo saka ya kan ya ye bonmo as anda mane na the synthesizer the strong room is that the source is that the synthesizer mo saka kan we bonmo na kuposipo ya ha a subject muati ya wonmo na anda mane ya ba idame ya ve ya via ma equals row akane. So indeed my equals it's so worrying and eha ame to my eha ame and my and then alman ne be kan ke and am de ka kuma edwuma yele anka be hye bogu other tribes no ba and that tribe is an tradition is that because ye leaders more baka hen ko na ba dindan yani na and ya ba da ma baba but there are divisions in there. So for me it is high time more. I don't know who even should do this. I just even know where we should start from. So are you saying that we should go and start from Yaho takrade na ya wona na koblanka ti na ya wonu ma na ke Yaho nzema na ya benz mama na ba wonu mo anake why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we doing this to ourselves? And of course because of ezenye ni me equalizulenti say nye sika wanda eskelele esika.
Yeah.
Mamu yusu on the zoo tank farming way back 2013 up to now. Manzo ne mo equalizo wakaninti. But look at the economic benefit. The second largest tank farm in Africa. And the first largest in West Africa. Me, I can't anchor babajina.
I think you too okay choju na if you get na zero. But this particular issue, Yambo Monday, we'll look at it. What happened at Usua. Your reporters were like more about one name, but the dilemma will bring everything to them.
It's so disgusting. Mommy, it is never was a rich.
And then you come back.
What crab was that? Small boy be me a project be. Ne crown be now a cry in very yachkin. Now it push you who barrel them say a cry super is the Cocamanca by now it was school. No, your name is like na Mawako school. You say, them say now over per day. Some papa jo come can something to. Can cry. That is what is going on about a rumbling but I think Nana Mozana is samba. Yaya effect. ke yakowa radio zo yakowa TV zo na sabe yaka ha na namon joko yewura boto bene kene a amyoso ye ne kene nti ya yen bo kene a ba ma ye be din dambo na mpo ya wale chonwo yaka na namon joko ke ebia ma college de ma ye de ne o mo nkaka ya ne ya sefem rich ya ne ya sefem
ya ne in fact ye joko ma ye wakane na anwane ze wa mla wase ka ahna ya wona ye ho ba dwumadi mu aye ba ye lo akede West Coast TV streaming live wa gonda wo EDB adia enu iye nyamene pa kizlene se aba wa hwane no njoko bebre wakane na ya be ya so wa tie ngane ne ya halawla ne
Anda West Coast, anda mazedi edio, marmo Costa Moni so, yegwazule, unumane bre,